Hello, my beautiful Capricorns. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. Sorry I'm late for your June 2019 tarot readings, but I'm here. Thought I'd get it out. I saw quite a few people reaching out in the comments about doing the Capricorn reading, so I've been meditating on you guys today, and I thought I'm ready to get you guys' reading out. For those that are returning or for those that are new, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe. But for those that are returning, thank you so much for your support of the channel. It's the 1-year anniversary of Queen Cup Tarot. Thank you to every subscriber, every person who's reached out to me for a personal reading or for frankincense. It's an absolute honor, okay, to be part of the tarot community and now the frankincense community, or I don't even know if there's really a difference between the two, but either way, just thank you. For those that timestamp the reading, please continue to do so prior to the prayer, and thank you so much for doing that, guys. It warms my heart when I see you guys timestamp it prior to the prayer, or say prayer begins at da-da-da-da-da. Just, I don't know, it feels good. And yeah, for everybody who's donated to my mom's charity run, thank you so much. She's already surpassed her 5K goal. So thank you guys. And yeah, I think that's it. If you do want a personal reading or frankincense, the details are below in the description. Just email me. There's separate emails for each request. But for the frankincense, guys, just be patient with me because I wasn't prepared for the amount of people that would reach out, and I'm working on inventory. So just be patient, but definitely reach out. I'll respond to every single email. That's without a doubt, just like I do on the personal reading requests. Okay. All right, guys, and I do smoke pot. It's not the nature of this. Okay. I'm not going to go into a spiel. I'm sure you guys have seen me on the other readings going to the spiel about it. So anyways, feel free to smoke with me. If not to worry. It's not the nature of this reading. Okay. It's just a personal preference. All right. Just getting some more frankincense in the burn for you guys. Okay. That good. All right, guys. My cappies. I'm using the Ramses Tarot for you guys. I love this deck. I just got it shipped to me. I'm really feeling good about my tarot collection. I'm really not strategic. I'm really, I only buy the ones I'm really drawn to at the time. There's certain decks I've seen over and over, but unless I'm pulled to buy them, I won't. Anyways, the Ramses deck I've seen a few times, but I felt like I was ready for it, and I'm really pleased with it. Okay, so let's get into prayer, guys, and get into your June reading. Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, and guardian angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now in particular, thank you for connecting me with the collective of Capricorn. Please allow me to communicate to them the messages that are in their greatest good, surrounding their material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to them, their personal ascension and development, and any other messages you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, and guardian angels, for everything you do for me, the collective, your healing, protective, loving energy. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. Amen. Let's see what's going on for Capricorns for the month of June. And really, guys, time is fluid. I mean, it's whenever you watch it. You could watch it in December. I have people who read the old readings and they say, that's happening to me now. I'm like, I don't know. I guess it is. Like, that's why you were drawn to look at the reading at that time. So yeah, guys, I know it's, I'm posting this like first week of June, but it don't matter. Time's fluid, okay? Going into the summer equinox, overall energy for my Capricorns is the Four of Swords. Like some of the Capricorns, it looks like I'm reading for a healing from a time of heartbreak, maybe reflecting on some harsh energies from the past. Maybe you're healing from something that happened quite recently. I don't know what the timeline is on this, but the Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords being heartbreak, the Four of Swords being that healing, right? In this picture here, they're sacrificing something. This is getting to eat after battle. This here, just from what I know about the Four Swords and this deck and the story that this deck tells, this is like after you've gone on the hunt or after you've been at war, you have this giant feast. And it's preparing that. Okay. But yeah, I don't know why I saw that with that, but, you know, that's just what I gained from that. Now, your first card out, wow. Looks like Capricorns might be healing from a time of conflict, a time of having to be on the defensive, or maybe you're now on the defensive because you've healed, or you're in the process of healing over a heartbreak and you're still quite defensive because now everyone's a rat, everyone's a snake, everyone is fucking foul, right? So maybe some pessimistic energy that Capricorns might be having at this time. The High Priestess, things unseen. Not using your intuition to determine people's intent towards you. So therefore, the boundaries that you're creating with the Seven of Wands energy could be a bit harsh, a bit like they don't make sense to the people on the outside. It's like that energy of like, oh, can I help you with something? And it's like, don't fucking come. It's like, whoa. Or somebody touches your arm and you're like, get the fuck. It's like, it's that kind of energy, overly defensive. Why? Because it looks like with beside the High Priestess, it's not using your intuition. Because those are two different dispositions from this woman. Like, let's say this Capricorn is you, whether male or female. That is two polaring energies that you might be experiencing. And it could be just to do with there's these things that are unknown to you, which are unknown to everyone all the time. But we use our discernment and intuition to determine certain things. It's like Capricorn's like, nah, fuck that. Everyone's a rat. You don't know what I've been through or what I'm healing from. So it's that I'm getting that energy for Capricorn, quite defensive. Then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. I'm getting the energy, I'm better off alone. This is also your energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. It's sitting quite pretty though. So I'm getting multiple messages for some of my Capricorns who did go through a heartbreak, healing from it. Your disposition really is changing, going from being defensive, on the defensive, because you're still in that war fighting type of energy, only for you to maybe take some time alone to ground yourself, spend time with maybe family, humble yourself a little bit, relax. So this is reclusing yourself, going where you feel safe, and then settling back into your energies. Okay, so for some of my Capricorns, you sit the fuck down after a lot of rah, meaning maybe some drama, conflict. For some of you, though, it is having to create boundaries against somebody you instinctually feel is encroaching on your material wealth. Maybe trying to use you or be codependent or manipulate you or, con you in some kind of way. And you're kind of sitting there looking at this person, wondering if you should tell them that that their ulterior motives. It's watching somebody. This is you in your 3D watching somebody, looking at them, going and your intuition is telling you, I don't know. And then like a part of you's like, should I really just like hit this person over the head with that club because they're spewing me a bunch of bullshit? Somebody might be trying to con you out of coin or get you to invest in them under the pretense that they have just as much to offer, but they actually don't. Because if they did, why would you be so defensive? Now they might. We're only 3 cards in your 9-card spread. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. That's what Spirit told me. Don't overassume. Just read what's in front of you. And what's in front of me is that for a group of Capricorns, your intuition is you're kind of struggling with how to handle something in the 3D because your instincts are telling you might be getting bamboozled. Either way, Capricorn's sitting really confidently if you are using your instincts. Because if you're not, then you're going to be super defensive and isolated because of that approach. Boundaries are good, but boundaries can be protective. They could also be isolating. So you have to decide what side of the Seven of Wands energy are you? Are you defensive to the point of isolation, or are you in fact protecting yourself and anybody else who is in your proximity, right? So yeah, some of you guys might be instinctually feeling like somebody's trying to use you financially somehow, and you're not really feeling good about that, but you're kind of just scoping it out. Either way, fourth card out, illusions, unknown things, hidden things. Some of my Capricorns feel this way, but they have no proof. Some of my Capricorns are suspecting that somebody might have used them, mistreated finances, misused finances that are tied to yours in some way. Might have even, some of you had an opportunity fall through and you're wondering if there's somebody who jeopardized it. Now you're going to people and you're looking at them almost like they're rats. Somebody might have jeopardized a lucrative opportunity for you due to kind of like some kind of spite or jealousy or something of that nature. But it could also be defending yourself against the illusions that somebody's trying to create, somebody who is in fact trying to con you somehow, sees your material abundance and is trying to be dependent of you somehow. I don't even know if it's dependent. It's more, it might come off kind of dependent-y, but it's really more of a conning. Because there's dependent people who aren't capable, who will look to people who are capable in order to leech on and get that support. And then there's other people who will act like a dependent and are really a con artist. So be careful. I don't know why I'm getting con so hard. It's making me nervous. Okay. In the middle of your spread, you have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. You see, somebody's trying to con Capricorn into investing more than what they really have. This is an imbalanced investment. This could also be juggling. This could be, Capricorn could be aware that it's an imbalanced investment, but still, whether a relationship or project or whatever, but still deciding whether or not it's something you want to do, even though the imbalance is clear to you. So it's needing to determine whether or not, first of all, you need to be aware of this being imbalanced in the first place. Like I said, if somebody's trying to con you, they could be doing that by getting you to put this much when really all they have is this. But they could be painting the illusion to you that really these are balanced, but they're not. And you need to use your experience and your intellect and your business savvy to determine whether or not you're more likely to win or lose off of this. So juggling win, loss, profit, gain. So I am seeing this could be career, but it could also be relationship, having to weigh the profit and loss, ratio between a relationship and investing to go further or become more committed or move in or add any type of monetary to a relationship, because money, just as much as sex, can complicate a relationship. If you have a friend, a good friend, I don't care how good of friends you are, okay? Male, female, you guys start fucking or sharing money, that friendship is going to get a whole lot complex. I don't care if you knew each other for 20 years. So it's weighing the pros and cons about profit and loss, and where best to put efforts, time, and money. And maybe questioning the intent of somebody who is bringing you to the scale. I'm getting the energy Capricorn is saying, is looking at somebody, an offer, because this comes after the Ace of Pentacles, and saying, do you actually think that is worth what I'm offering? So if in the Ace of Pentacles you had an agreement with somebody, an employer, a relationship, to say, okay, this is what I have to offer in the relationship, right? And they said, yeah, me too. And you engaged in the Ace of Pentacles only to get to the Two of Pentacles and realize, like, hey, do you actually think that's going to, that you can't, No matter how much you hold this bag, it's not going to change the fact that this is not balanced. Because the minute he lets go of this bag, this one's going to go ding. And you, Capricorn, sitting in your Queen of Pentacles energy, is waiting for that to happen, saying, are you really going to try to stand there and hold that big bag and try to pretend that this is even when it's not? Like, look at her face. Like really? Like, and he's holding that shit. That's the only reason why it's balanced. So, juggling whether to, you know, it's one thing to emotionally invest in a situation, and then it's another thing to financially or practically invest, right? And it's looking like Capricorn's getting challenged with that practicality and that juggling, right? But let's see for more. The sixth card out is the Sun. Wow, absolutely beautiful. So first and foremost, I do believe Capricorn does bring light to this imbalance somehow, and stops juggling it with the simple fact that it's like this isn't to be juggled. It's not balanced, so something's got to go. Whether it's I retract mine or I reject yours, either way, it's like the clarity is being shined on this this imbalance here that you, Capricorn, I think have been first intuitively when this Ace of Pentacles was brought to you. I think you felt that there was a chance or a potential of it not being balanced, only for your intuition to prove right, because then in the 3D you're sitting there and watching this shit. Like she's sitting there watching this fool going, are you gonna pretend, like, are you gonna hold on to the bag? Because that's the only reason why they're balanced. So stop. Because the minute he lets go, ding, like I said, right? So what played out in your intuition, and it's actually good, because I think while this information, whatever this is, if this resonates for you, while it was in your intuition, you were very upset, defensive, because there was no proof, but your instincts were heavy pushing you on something, that something isn't right or balanced in a situation, that somebody isn't actually as invested or willing to invest or is actually going to back up what they said. And then when it started to actually play out in the 3D, you got less defensive. Your boundaries have already been created, which is why this person is even going about this sneaky. Because I'm getting sneaky off of this for some reason. Even though it's the Two of Pentacles, it's juggling, but it's like, okay, someone's trying to manipulate this to make you make this decision. Because it's like you, Cappy, say, okay, I'll say yes the minute these even out. And then you put this huge sack. And then it's like this person comes and says, okay. And then they realize what they put isn't actually lifting the scale. So they walk over to your bag and lift it up. And you're watching this going, really, dude? Meaning, AKA, this is manipulating. Something isn't, I hope this makes sense so far. I don't know. It's just, I'm doing the best I can. Okay, and then the Sun energy, which either way, regardless, it comes to light. This is also sitting underneath your energy, this Queen of Pentacles, whether male or female. You could be single, you could not be. I am getting single mom of 2 energy for some of my Capricorns, only because it is sitting beside your energy right here as well, okay? So some of you are actually quite defensive because it's children that you are protecting. And you cannot allow anybody to fuck with your coins. Maybe it is somebody who you allowed to manipulate this balance in the past, only for you to decide that you're going to stand your ground against the illusion that this person isn't actually doing that, when you in fact know they are. The receipts are there to prove it. This is Pentacle energy after the Moon and High Priestess. So it's like we're getting into the clarity, everything playing out in the 3D. Like I said, what happens in the dark comes to light. This is also divine feminine and masculine energy on the board, which I see coming up for a lot of signs, only for the simple fact that it's Gemini season and the twins that are meant to be together in this round are coming together. So there are twins in every horoscope coming together. So there are twins watching this that are going to come together with their divine masculine or feminine. And for the group that I am speaking to that do resonate, if you are twins, that's most likely with somebody who did not offer up what they were supposed to or manipulated you in some way. So it started off as the Ace and it went to the 2 and you dropped one. You did not juggle. And it would be that for the twins that I am speaking to, but this doesn't have to be twins, guys. This could just be masculine, feminine energy showing up in your reading, but I do look at it as divine, masculine, feminine energy. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. And what's funny is it's literally sitting between this Two of Pentacles. So it's balancing the light and the dark, balancing divine feminine and masculine energy. All I do, guys, is try to encourage you guys and support you guys in creating balance in your life. Okay? Because once balance is achieved, happiness is just a symptom of it. Happiness is a symptom of freedom and balance. Okay? And it looks like some of my Capricorns are absolutely falling into that balance due to some things in the 3D that were confirmed, like things in the 5D that were confirmed in the 3D for you. So for those that did stand behind their intuition, it's like this is a very valuable lesson. The universe will bless you with the opportunities to see and validate your intuitive growth and development. And it looks like for some of my Capricorns, this is one of these moments where your intuition is being proven to you. Do not glaze over that lesson. Say, thank you, universe, for showing me that my intuition was actually correct. Because there's a lot of things that your intuition told you that the universe didn't get to show you, or you didn't get to see. And then sometimes the universe does show you. So for those that are in this defensive energy, I do see that coming out. You coming out of that energy. Because I am getting the impression that for some of you, you're furious. Like you're really struggling with your intuition telling you that something isn't right. And it's very hard to stand your ground against something that hasn't been proven to you. So there is strength in standing your ground against your intuition, only for the universe to tell you you were absolutely correct. Do you see like that upgrade? That's why I'm like, there's this sense of needing to be grateful when this confirmation does come in, because it's really a lesson. It's really an important lesson on how to trust and rely upon your instincts going forward without so much doubt. All right. Now let's go into your next 3 cards. Next card out is the Ace of Swords, the truth. Like I said, your intuition, something that your intuition was telling you. Some of you backed up your intuition with no facts, only for the universe to bring it to light to you. And you get the truth. This is not just an exterior truth. This is the truth I was talking to you about your own intuition. So when the universe comes and shows you, okay, yes, you are on point, and it manifests in the 3D, yeah, you get the external truth, but you also get this truth about your own abilities that I always knew. Yeah, you always knew, but then why did you go through so much turmoil and doubt about what it was you already knew? Right? It looks like for some of my Capricorns, it's like needing to rely on your intuition in order to not suffer. It's like your intuition is telling you something that will actually alleviate a lot of pain and suffering for you, but because it's not manifesting in the 3D for you, you're like, no, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to, assume the worst, that everyone is a rat, or, that it's all bad, or anyway. The 8th card out is the 4 of Pentacles. So you go to the 2 to the 4 of Pentacles here. I love seeing doubling up. Wow. Okay, guys, a couple of messages here. I'm going to just get them out of the way, okay? For a group of you, all right, because we got the 4 of Pentacles and then the Queen of Cups. That means 2 queens are on the board. Divine masculine, divine feminine. It looks like for some of you, your intuition was telling you that if this is romantically for some of you, your intuition was telling you that your partner wasn't giving to you the way you should. Therefore, there was this sense of feeling alone or financial burden, meaning like This is financial independence. This is somebody sturdy on their own, right? And then you were wondering why. It was almost like you were happy at first about this stability and like this independence and like being supportive and like being that person maybe they could rely on when maybe you were on them at this point, or maybe never, whatever. And then you were intuitively wondering why you were feeling so alone financially, maybe why this person wasn't contributing the way you thought they should, because there's this sense of financial solitude here. And then it's like your intuition was wondering why, only for you to find out that this person was actually investing more elsewhere. So they were juggling, but their resources, like they didn't, this is what you were getting and this is what somebody else was getting. And that's why you had to bear the brunt financially over whatever the situation was between you and somebody else or another situation. Okay. And it's like, that kind of comes to light. You know, like we were talking about, your intuition proves true in the 3D somehow. Thank God. That's always a blessing. And then it's like, once you get the truth, for a lot of my Capricorns, it's really going to depend. It's like, let's go into clarification before I go into it, because it could play out a lot of ways without it can play out a lot of ways even with clarification, but right now without it, it's like I got bombarded. Guys who bought the frankincense, don't touch it with your hands or else your hands are going to get all fucked up like mine. I touched the charcoal and the frankincense with my bare hands. It's horrible. You can use tweezers, you could use a little spoon, you could use whatever. Whatever you want, just try not to use your hands and be careful about it getting on the floor. I mean, or on your table or anything, because it gets very hot and burns, okay? All right, we're going to go into the Universal Tarot. I just got a message, the end of sadness. Turn around, it's over. Happy times. For those of you that are reflecting too heavily on a past relationship, it's like, it's over, but look what's over here. People hate hearing that until they find the new person that nobody, and then it's like you read for them and you're like, oh, what about so-and-so? And they're like, oh, fuck so-and-so. It's like, oh, okay, the one you were like, ooh, like the violins are playing for. People are cold. People are cold. Very few relationships have deep connections, deep impacts, you know, deep bonds. You know, most of the time it's like some negative attachment that reflects some massive pathology that we need to let go. That's where the term karmic comes from. Anyways, I don't know why I went on that rant. I'm such a space cadet right now. I have like, I got my mind so many places right now. So much going on. Things are speeding up and I'm just trying to keep up with it, right? All right, guys, let's go into clarification. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, for this beautiful reading for my beautiful Capricorns. My beautiful Capricorns. There's no negative energy. It came out the minute. Okay. This is for all. This was spirit for all of you Capricorns that say, well, don't you read this as the Capricorn and the Capricorn sign? I hate it being the devil. Man, this is your energy. Masters of attachment. Masters of unattachments. Teaching the collective how to be free is how Capricorn leads. Okay? How to be free, how to be disciplined, how to not be codependent, how to be tactful, how to be fierce when it comes to these battles. It's understanding that within yourself. So beautiful that came out, but this is also Capricorn energy as well, because it was clarifying the first. This is your energy as well. So some of you are fucking furious. Some of you just came out of being really furious. Some of you are healing, like the heartbreak initiated this reaction out of you and now you're healing from it, maybe feeling like you didn't have enough control or discipline over your response to somebody hurting you. We had the sun pop out again. Absolutely beautiful. That's to clarify the high priestess. Guys, I told you, your intuition told you something and the universe brought it to light for you. Some of you need to know that your intuition already brought you the clarity that it is you're seeking in these readings in the universe. It's like the universe is like, I already told you. But it's like you said to the universe, yeah, but you can better show me. And the universe said, okay, fine. God is like our parent. God's like, oh, these children. Like, that's the vibe I get from my creator. It's just like no matter how old I get, the older I get, it's like the more of a child I feel in his eyes. So it's like, understand, he's looking at you saying, honey, I already gave you the clarity it is you are looking for in the 5D. You come to me in the 5D. I show you whatever you want. I show you everything. You still doubt it. That's why when you doubt yourself, you doubt him, the creator, the prime source. Okay? The clarity, it's fine. We doubt him every day. He loves us even still. Because if he didn't forgive us for our doubt, we'd all be eradicated. We would have no purpose. He understands. So he brings it to you in the 5D because I think God believes for quite a few of you that you worked really hard on your instincts and tapping into the 5D and going more towards your instincts than the information only worldly things could provide. And the universe rewards you by bringing it into the 3D and confirming that for you, which is absolutely exciting. I love when the universe does that. It's like, okay, and look what we have, the Queen of Pentacles, to clarify, the Queen of Pentacles. Your energy is all up in your reading. You're sitting in your truth, okay, in your power. The masters of non-attachments, the cultivators, the teachers of discipline. You're executing that in your own life. You guys executed that off of your instincts, that discipline, that sitting in your throne. Nothing had even transpired, and you were sitting there. That's for the group I'm reading for, this is a new thing for you. And the universe, boom, shows you, no, you were right. Why? Because the universe and God knew that this is how we complete the lesson. We've got to show him or her. This is how it shows in the 5D. Your intuition was correct. Because as you proceed in this, you don't get these verifications. Well, not like that. Not as quickly. This is purposeful. The universe wants you to know that you are on to something. Okay? Sorry, I'm looking super greasy and shit. It's because I had like olive oil on me. Of course, my elbows are still ashy. People get your elbows are ashy. I'm like, yeah, fuck off. So are your knees, bitch. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, maybe I'm a little bit in this energy. Just joking. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I don't know why I'm sorry. I'm acting like I can't joke with you guys and have fun with you guys. I absolutely can. This is beautiful that we can connect. And anyway, I ain't gonna get all soft. Let's go. Let's clarify the moon, Father God. I mean, the clarification, I can't believe it. It's just so on point. Like, it's just, what do we need to clarify? It's like, maybe Spirit wants me to shave down these readings too. The world. So because of what is unknown to you, things haven't come, like, okay, for those of you that have the intuition really gnawing on something that you backed up in the 3D. So nothing, there's no proof, but your intuition said, no, I need to defend something, or I need to create a boundary somewhere. Maybe nobody understood why you did it. Some of you are still in the midst of, in that limbo of, well, fuck, is my intuition right or not? Like, this is a successful completion that has yet to happen. Meaning the universe has not shown you in the 3D yet that you were correct. You might wobble, do not fall down. You need to stand firm in your energy to what it is you know. Because the clarity already came to you, to your higher self. Your higher self has already communicated this to you, which is why you defended it in the 3D in the first place. And then boom, you realize exactly why you defended it, because it wasn't balanced to begin with. And somebody might have been trying to pull a fast one on you, might have been trying to con you into over-investing, or just might have tried to con you into agreeing to accept their pentacle under the pretenses that it was more than what it really was. And then you might have even had to juggle, okay, well, because when I look at her, it's like she's looking at this and now she's like, okay, well, now that I know it's a balance, I still want to know, like, I need to decide if I'm going to take this or not. Like, it's total contemplation, you know. But yeah, it's just certain things haven't been brought to light to you yet. That's all that this tells me. And with the Sun card twice, it's like when the Sun card is this in upright. So when the Sun does come out, there will be a successful completion of whatever it wasn't known to you. Your intuition will be confirmed, and it's going to feel good. All right. What you do with this information once it is confirmed to you in the 3D, that's totally up to you, right? Because I'm looking at it playing out different ways. Like I said, we'll get into clarification, because when I pulled those cards, I got nothing. It was like, I got nothing and I got everything. It was like, I don't know. It's totally up to you how you're going to play out this. With this person, can we clarify this 2 of Pentacles and the Sun? Thank you, Father God. We've got the King of Pentacles in reverse, so we've got a divine pair. The problem is the King of Pentacles in reverse. Why? Because he is not, the King of Pentacles would absolutely balance out these scales, and he has the abundance to do so. But he isn't. That's why he's reversed. And this Queen of Pentacles is looking at looking at this man like, oh, come on. I thought you were what you said. And this doesn't even have to be money. This could be loyalty. I'm offering, this much loyalty and dedication of my time, which is money, to the situation. And this is what you're giving me, right? Okay. That's because this person is either a King of Pentacles not informed due to something going on in this individual's life separate to you, or this person was never that and created an illusion to you about who they were. But guess what? You'll know the answer to that because your intuition already told you. And what are you waiting for or not waiting for? But what do you know is that the universe will bring this confirmation out to you in the 3D. The Sun will come out tomorrow, and maybe like damn near literally. I mean, of course it's going to come out tomorrow. It comes out every day. So it's like what happens in the dark is absolutely going to come out to light. I might even cliche name this video that, like, what happened in the dark comes to light. All right, your intuition was right on, guys, right on. But what I don't know is like how sure you are of what made this out of form, which I think you will get more clarity on too, but just be careful that you're not still in this energy once this plays out in the 3D. You need to be in your Queen of Pentacles energy when it plays out in the 3D, which is a lot different than your energy when it was only in the 5D too. Angry, defensive, what the fuck. Now it plays out. It's played out. You have control now. You realize you were correct. You realized you were right. Now it's just deciding how do you want to proceed with this newfound clarity, okay? And then with the truth, with the Ace of Swords, it's like now that you've got the truth, what do you want to do with it? Now I want to see what Capricorn wants to do with the truth now that you got it. For some of you that are divine masculines and feminines, you're absolutely going to be balancing out this situation. For some of you that were in separation, that knew that there was always going to be a successful completion, it was just that this King of Pentacles in reverse had to do what he had to do to become upright, period. And I do see a balancing out between a divine masculine and feminine. For some of you that will happen. It's this sense of starting new, but it's not really new if you guys knew each other, right? And it would also make it a lot more risky to take a leap of faith if you did know each other before and it didn't work out. So there's many reasons why this Fool is in reverse. It's starting new, but there's something about it that isn't new, which makes it more risky because you might have experienced this before and it not work out. So you need to ask yourself, why is this this Fool showing up in reverse for you, this brand new beginning that you would take a leap of faith in. Why is it reversed? Why is there such a high risk? And what is not new about it? Okay. Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot. It's like Capricorn saying, I'm not proceeding. I got this very strong. For some of you, you are going to get communication and are going to connect with your King, Queen, Pentacles, however you want to look at it. Somebody is communicating that there will be no proceeding forward, or I will no longer invest, and we will not have victory and movement forward unless these scales get balanced out, period, point blank. Whether it's somebody needs to make a decision, drop something, invest somewhere, I don't know. But it's like the Queen of Earth, whether male or female energy, is looking at this King of Pentacles in reverse, whether female or male energy, and saying, I am not proceeding until you get your shit together and balance up. And that could be, if you're watching this and you're the one in reverse and you're trying to say, hey, well, look at you need to be open. The only problem is you are not being open about what it is you can offer. And that's what you got to ask yourself. What about you hates yourself and thinks you are not good enough? Well, it's probably society and the bunch of bullshit that you watch and you stream through on your timelines. You know, these false, oh God, don't even get me fucking started. Love you guys. Happy times, happy times. Okay. And then, yeah, it's the Two of Cups in reverse. It's needing to, it's like some of my Capricorns are saying, I absolutely adore this relationship, want this person, intuitively knew that, you know, they would come back to try to successfully complete something, only, to feel a bit heartbroken because you're still having to contemplate whether or not this union can really work, whether this partnership can really work, whether you can actually embark in a business endeavor. Because if somebody came to you with a business plan and they painted it out in a certain way, only for your intuition to tell you, I don't know if this is really what they're presenting it to be, and then you find out it's not, and then they come back saying, hey, I want to embark on this idea again. Let's do it right. You're thinking, well, why didn't we do it right the first time? Okay, you need to temper that, because there's a lot of things that took you multiple goes to learn. So you have to look at really what the problem and the imbalance was in the first place. This Empress in reverse energy is just, to me, Capricorns possibly not being open to starting new with somebody because of the risk associated with them. Probably because there's already been a trial and error situation with this person, or in some capacity. This is not being open to what's being presented. This is not taking abundance. This is not cultivating, not creating. This is not taking a leap of faith, or it being so risky that if you do, you might, like, you're crippled by the level of risks to the point where you probably won't do it. And if you do, you will be very hasty about it. Yeah, just not proceeding forward, or not feeling you can, coming out of confusion. Because for some of you, you're going to straight up realize that this person was not informed because they never were. It was a straight facade that they got to play with you when you were in a dark place. Right? You met them in a club and was like, oh, they're hot and they're good looking, and you were wasted and it was dark. And then the day came and the sun came out, right? Sorry. Like this, oh, they're hot and they're great and they're sexy and they're great, and then you come out in the fucking daytime and you're like, what the fuck? Like, who are you? Like, are you even the same person? Like, it's that. Be careful of the decisions that you make when you are in a dark place, or don't have enough information, or are exuding too much fear, or feeling fearful. Because then you're going to allow people to press their perceptions onto you. You know, sell you a dream. Why? Because you can't see clearly. Why? Because you're in a dark place. And then when the sun comes out and you look at this person, you're like, holy fuck, you're not informed. But what's funny is your intuition, no matter how dark it was in the club and no matter how fucking wasted you are, your intuition was telling you, I don't know. Wherever the fuck that one went. I don't know. You know. Yeah, I don't know. And then in the morning when the sun comes out and you wash yourself and you bathe, you're now looking at this shit going, what the fuck? And I think that's why you're not so mad when it does play out in the 3D. Because I think by the time it does play out in the 3D for you, Capricorn, you're going to have a little bit more of a realistic approach about how maybe you overinvested or how maybe you played into the fantasy somehow or the illusion somehow. Right? Anyway, I hope this makes sense. I don't know if it does. Either way, Father God, Holy Spirit, like I said, guys, I've been struggling to remember my channelings. And I don't want to let it stop me channeling. I don't want to be insecure about it. Like, what the fuck? Channeling messages. It is what it is. Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, can I please get clarification on this spread for my beautiful Capricorns for the month of June? Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Some of you, the boundary that you created was to free yourself. Maybe you had to free yourself using your intuition because your intuition was telling you you're bound to something toxic and that wasn't for you, only for that toxicity to prove true in the 3D. And then you feel quite confident and free, you know, because your intuition served you right, which it always does. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. I don't know why I got this, but for some of you, your divine masculine wants to spend like the upcoming, there's somebody you're in separation with, and I say masculine or feminine because we have those on the board. It's somebody you're in separation with wants to spend upcoming holiday time with you. There's maybe like a long weekend. They know you're going to be off. They know you're going to be available, and they're trying to make plans around that, but without you knowing, which is risky because you might not be available. But either way, it's some of you, this person is going to offer to go on some kind of vacation or trip with you, and you're not going to want to do it because you're just, you're like I said, I don't know how this is going to play out. There's so many ways, guys. You have to use your own discernment about what you want to do, what you want to accept, you know, express your love. This is just expressing yourself. For some of you, it's like, okay, if you want to do anything or move into any kind of bliss together, we need to have, and you need to hear me out very clearly. For some of you, it's needing to free yourself to express to somebody very clearly what it is you feel, don't feel, right? Yeah, somebody is going to make a romantic gesture to take you somewhere, and that you might not want to do it, or you might not be willing to financially contribute to this idea this person has. So you're like, no. Like there's this sense of some of my Capricorns are going to get into their, you know, stubborn, like, no, I don't want to. Even if you do, be careful about that because then you end up hurting yourself. It's like somebody wants to... Yeah, it's the same thing. Be free to express how you feel, because as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bonds deepen. That's with anybody. It's not just the people you want to fuck, okay? You want to deepen any bonds? Yeah, you're going to have to free yourself and be brave enough to be transparent and express yourself, or else you're just creating some toxic attachment straight up. You're either bonding or attaching. Bonding or attaching. People are like, oh, codependency is good. No, it's not. I've researched enough religions to know that no attachment is a good attachment. We are humans. We have the intellectual capability to learn how to bond to things. You bond to things by getting to know them. Okay? Studying them. Letting them study you. I don't know why I got so irritated with that. But anyway. And then lastly, just get to like chemistry and forgiving and learning. You know, for some of you, this King of Pentacles, whether male or female, was just not in form. They were always the King of Pentacles, meaning they had the loyalty. This was who they were. They were just not in a good place. They themselves were in the moon energy, meaning a dark place. Okay, so the lack of clarity that you were getting intuitively I think for some of you, though, you would have gotten the intuition that this person is who they are. They're just not in a good space and I can't help them. So for some of you, this is going to be a facade, this King of Pentacles that you might have had to separate from or disengage with, or might be prompted to have to take a leap of faith with again. Comes back to you. What this person was an illusion. They never were, and they knew it. It was part of their little fucking thing. But your instincts would have told you that. For some of you, your instincts just said no, they are who they are. But for some reason, they're not being who I need them to be right now, or they're not available to me, and your negative energies the negative thoughts tried to tell you it was something about you, when really it was just about them, and they had to go through their own awakening, which is very painful and dark and can be very unattractive. You know, you think you love somebody until you watch them go through a motherfucking awakening. That's why a lot of the time we meet our people after our awakening, because the shit is fucking ugly. Yeah, it's really nasty. Nobody wants to, scrape out the bottom of the barrel, but you got to if you want to put new brew in there. You know, take a beer fucking barrel and put new beer in it without cleaning out the old beer. The new beer, I don't even drink beer. The new beer is going to stink. So you guys got to decide. Somebody's coming back to you that you invested in and it didn't work out. Whether career, personal, it could be a family member, a friend who asked you to loan them money and it didn't work out. Now they're coming back asking you to loan them money again. They either conned you the first time or they really just fucked up and didn't do it right. Now they're, in form. You guys got to decide, because you're the Queen of Pentacles, so you should understand this person quite well, because they function. They're showing up as a compatible partner. Whether you guys are Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, whether they are two of Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Okay, and give your relationship a chance. Some of you absolutely will, but I saw it in reverse. Some of you absolutely won't. I don't know. You guys got to decide. And then we'll wrap up with I'm using the Amenti Oracle. And let's just see. I'm not going to read it out of the book because these are a lot longer, but I am going to pull a few cards for you, and let's just see what we get, see if any of it resonates. Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, and guardian angels, thank you for this beautiful spread for Capricorn. Can we please wrap up this reading? I am open to love in various forms, and I do good. So I think a lot of you a lot of Capricorns gain a lot of confidence and humility once their intuition was validated and confirmed by the universe in the 3D for them. I think it really allowed you to open up to your own powers, realize you can use a lot of those powers to do good for people. Your generosity. It's like, that's why it's like somebody was conning you, or if somebody you did invest in someone, they kind of blew it somehow. It's like, why don't you look at yourself and see yourself as doing good instead of seeing yourself as a victim? Step into this Queen of Pentacles, truly your energy, and say, listen, I'm blessed. Thank you, God, for giving me enough abundance that I can invest and support anyone and anything. And know that whatever abundance was taken from you, stolen, or lost can be refound as long as you let him lead you to it. So it's really sitting in your power. I am open to love in various forms. I mean, learning the complexities of love and how to love in various forms is a lifelong art, skill, journey of learning. And it's what I love about your journey is seeing you guys getting to really get that confirmation from the universe that you are all-knowing. Okay? and not in the narcissistic way society wants you to believe you're all-knowing. No, in the true all-knowing way, meaning you all have the ability to tap into the divine and get the answers, the clarification, and the foresight that you need to embark on your journey, to create your new infrastructures, to embark on your new realities that are better serving, better healed. Guys, I love you very much. Okay, this reading was beautiful. All right, good work. Congratulations to those that are coming into union, because I do see for some of the twins that are watching, you are going to come into some kind of union after not communication. What you decide to do with this level of union, to either embark on a further level of union or to disengage, will be totally up to you. But either way, guys, love you. Thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know your comments if this resonates. And until the next time I see you, please continue to let your inner angels live. Bye.